Welcome to According to AI, the channel where we explore the possibilities and limits of technology and artificial intelligence. In this episode, we will enter the world of Spider-Man, the famous superhero with superhuman abilities such as strength, agility, and the ability to climb walls. Is it possible that any human could develop similar abilities in real life? Could technology allow someone to mimic Spider-Man's abilities? Join us as we explore these questions and more. Could technology allow someone to mimic Spider-Man's abilities? In the comics and movies, Spider-Man has superhuman abilities such as strength, agility, and the ability to climb walls. Is it possible that someone could develop similar skills in real life? The science behind Spider-Man's abilities is based on a spider's ability to stick to surfaces. Most spiders have thousands of microscopic hairs on their legs that allow them to easily adhere to surfaces. Scientists have been working on creating synthetic materials that mimic these properties. These materials, known as dry adhesives, have been used in applications such as the manufacture of adhesive tape and shoe soles. Additionally, robotics technology and augmented reality could also allow someone to mimic some of Spider-Man's abilities. For example, in the opening event of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, a drone was used to create a representation of an athlete who appeared to be running through the air, similar to how Spider-Man moves through the city. While these technologies are exciting and could allow someone to mimic some of Spider-Man's abilities, it's important to note that there are still limitations on their use and that you can't fully replicate Spider-Man's ability to climb walls or have strength. Superhuman. Are there people with abilities similar to Spider-Man's? Although it's unlikely that anyone could become Spider-Man in real life, there are real people who have abilities similar to the characters. For example, some building climbers, also known as urban climbers, have developed the skills to scale buildings and structures without safety equipment. Some urban climbers have even scaled skyscrapers like the Burj Khalifa in Dubai and the Empire State Building in New York. Although these feats are impressive, they are also dangerous and often illegal. In addition, some parkour athletes have shown impressive abilities to move around obstacles and city structures with ease and agility, which may be reminiscent of Spider-Man's abilities to move around the city. Parkour is a sport that focuses on overcoming obstacles using skills like balance, strength, and agility. Another example is mountaineers and rock climbers, who have great strength and climbing skills that allow them to scale high mountains and cliffs. Although their abilities are different from Spider-Man's, they share some similarities in that they require great strength and climbing skills to navigate difficult terrain. Could someone genetically modify to gain superhuman abilities? One of the most exciting possibilities for gaining superhuman abilities like Spider-Man's is through genetic modification. In theory, if someone could modify their DNA, they could gain abilities like the ability to climb walls or superhuman strength. However, genetic modification is a very complex field and is not yet fully understood. Furthermore, modifying human DNA is highly controversial and ethically questionable. Although there has already been some testing of genetic modification in animals, there is still a long way to go before testing in humans can be done. What dangers and challenges would someone with abilities similar to Spider-Man's face? If someone could develop abilities similar to Spider-Man's, they would face many dangers and challenges. For example, getting around town so easily could result in accidents and serious injuries. Also, if someone were to try to imitate Spider-Man's abilities without safety equipment, they could risk falls and fatal injuries. It's also important to note that someone with similar abilities to Spider-Man could face legal and security challenges. For example, climbing buildings and structures without permission could result in arrest and fines. Furthermore, if someone with abilities similar to Spider-Man's decided to use their skills for crime, they could face serious legal consequences. Could artificial intelligence create an artificial Spider-Man? Although it is unlikely that a human would become Spider-Man, artificial intelligence could create an artificial Spider-Man. The AI can be trained to mimic human abilities, which could include abilities such as wall crawling and superhuman strength. However, creating an artificial Spider-Man also raises ethical and safety questions. What would happen if an artificial Spider-Man was created to perform dangerous tasks or to be used as a military weapon? How would you ensure the safety of civilians in the event that an artificial Spider-Man gets out of control? And there you have it, dear viewers, our exploration of whether it's possible for any human to become Spider-Man. Although the answer is unlikely, there are many exciting advances in technology and science that bring us one step closer to the possibility of mimicking some of Spider-Man's abilities in the future. However, it's also important to consider the dangers and challenges someone with similar abilities to Spider-Man would face, as well as the ethical and safety concerns associated with creating an artificial Spider-Man. Ultimately, as humans, it's important to remember that our abilities and limitations are part of what makes us unique and valuable as a species. Instead of trying to imitate superhuman abilities, we need to focus on developing our unique abilities and talents to make a meaningful contribution to the world around us. Thanks for joining us on According to AI. We hope you enjoyed this episode and see you next time.